Um, I'm happy. I don't know why. I just am. I like round numbers. So Serbia's number one, Novak Djokovic, clinched his 100th ATP title yesterday with a win over Hubert Hurkacz 7-6 in the third. I think in Monte Carlo, if I'm not mistaken. Either there or Bordeaux, but I don't think it was Bordeaux. I know there was an event in Bordeaux, but that was Challenger, and uh, that ended a week before the Roland Garros qualifying round started. Um, yeah, GMP Giovanni Pecci Pericard won in Bordeaux, and I think that's probably. Nah, I'm not going to say that because they probably would have had the Roland Garros main draw done by then, right? And the seedings determined. I was going to say I wonder if him winning Bordeaux actually gave him enough points to get him the. He's 31st seed, by the way. I know, different, off topic. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Djokovic, if he decides to retire or not even play Roland Garros, he can retire on a nice round number. 100 is an amazing feat. Now, of course, he's I think three shy of Federer. I think Federer had 103 ATP um, titles won in his career. Connors is at the top of the molehill with 109. Um, will anyone catch Connors' record? I don't know. It's tough to say. The game is so physical today, and there's so much talent outside, even outside of Yannick Sinner and Alcaraz. So many capable players, right? And what that amounts to is there are so many capable players out there who can, right, snatch up titles. It's not like, I'll flip to the women's, for example. Navratilova and Chris Evert, their sheer numbers in terms of um, tour titles won. Everett 157 singles titles, Navratilova 167 singles titles. I don't see I don't see anyone on the women's side catching either one of those records. I just don't. I really don't. Um, Now, by comparison, 109. Let's go back to Connors. Well, if Federer nabbed 103, Djokovic, right, as of yesterday, 109 seems doable for a front runner, of course. So that remains to be seen. Anyway, really excited for Djokovic. He's done a lot. In terms of majors, now that's where he edges out Nadal and Federer, and even Serena Williams. Um, Granted, comparing men to women, that not my sort of thing, but that was all the fuss, right? Serena Williams and Margaret Court's record and whatnot, and people trying to move the goalpost, and well, Margaret Court, wasn't really the she played uh, part of her record was pre-open era, so right. So what? It's right. It's still a sport in which she had to compete, and she racked up a lot of numbers, and that's that. Um, but yeah, Djokovic, I believe, in his career. So of that 124 of those are majors. Um, and for him and the majors race, I always felt like you could see Federer starting to come to a close. Nadal had the foot problem, right? But then there was talk about him coming back, and I always felt like with Djokovic, for where Nadal was at the time in terms of majors, I said, well, Djokovic, just to be on the safe side, because we don't know how long Nadal is going to stick around, he should probably, build up a nice buffer. Not just tie and get one more, but maybe if he could get two, maybe three past Nadal, then that's safe. Then, right, let all the newcomers worry about catching up. My 2 cents. Anyway, when your time permits, fire up one of those and enjoy a pipe. Take care.